Good morning. I've found that in reading the different small chapters of Packer's book, Concise Theology, I'll usually read it, be able to kind of absorb what he's saying, and then draw from my own experience and theological training, and find it very easy to develop a devotional. Today's a little different. Packer talks about what he calls vocation, and it's really about the vocation or calling of Jesus. I'd like to read you that passage. It's found in Matthew chapter 3. And by the way, I want you to know that I'm going to be smiling through this devotional because my sister-in-law has been watching these from Barbados and says I don't smile enough. So if I seem excessively happy today, this is for Liz down in Barbados. Hey, Liz, and everybody else. I'm going to be much more smiley today. I'm sure that's true. I don't smile enough. This is really happy stuff. Then Jesus came from Galilee to the Jordan to be baptized by John. That's John the Baptist, John the Baptizer. But John tried to deter him, saying, I need to be baptized by you, and you come to me? Jesus replied, Let it be so now. It is proper for us to do this to fulfill all righteousness. Then John consented. As soon as Jesus was baptized, he went up out of the water. At that moment, heaven was open, and he saw the Spirit of God descending on him like a dove. And a voice from heaven said, This is my Son whom I love. With him I am well pleased. Perhaps the clearest thing about this is what Jesus says. Let it be so now. It is proper for us to do this to fulfill all righteousness. We've been talking about the law and Jesus' relationship to it and our relationship to it. I just want to give you kind of an overarching understanding of it. And in the Garden of Eden, we all became lawbreakers. We had the chance to obey the one law of God, one rule, don't eat that tree. And that was the one rule Adam and Eve had to break. And when they became lawbreakers, there had to be a law fulfiller in our place, someone who obeyed God's will and his law, and that was Jesus. And so Jesus is really, in a way, referring to that. Not in a way, he is. He's saying, let it be so now. It is proper for us to do this to fulfill all righteousness. And trying to move away just from a theological category to kind of the heart of Jesus, he's saying, I'm going to perfectly obey the will of God. I'm doing that in your place. You're not able to do it. You're not able to do it. I'm not able to do it. And the great news is Jesus did it, and it counts for us. Think of that. Think of the joy of knowing that I don't have to keep the law. I get to use it as a guideline for my life, but I'm no longer under the law, as Paul would say. We are no longer under the law. So as you start your day today, I bet you're going to do what I do, and that is you're going to disappoint yourself. You're going to find that you break the law. And I don't mean speeding. I mean you do something where you think that wouldn't have pleased God. Maybe it's a moment of anger or greed or selfishness or just unkindness to someone, or just your thought life. You and I can't obey the law, but the great news is Jesus kept it for us. And not just for us, he kept it because of who he was. He knew the Father, and he loved him, and he wanted to keep his will. I find that the closer I am to Jesus, the more I want to fulfill the law of God. Not so that I am not a lawbreaker, but because I love God. I say, God, what's it like to live to please you? I hope those thoughts help you as you get started on your day, and I hope you feel like I was smiley and happy looking today. Maybe it'll make you smile a little bit too. Have a great day.